stands. I'm ready to go. Okay. All right. Yeah, I'm here. Everything's ready to go. Okay. All right. Bye. Yeah. I figured that was kind of the best.
Yeah.
You'd be behind us and have more.
It's perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm low-key cold now. I changed.
Did you not bring a hoodie?
Well, I have a sweater in my car that I was wearing originally.
I probably have it with you, just in case.
Okay. I'll go run back. I'll be back.
How's everything look back there? Okay.
Let's play hard to get females to jealous. Okay, smart, I go to a party. Girls are scantily clad and showing body. A chick walks by, you wish you could sex her, but you stand on the wall like you was Poindexter. Next day's function, high class luncheon. Food is served, no stone cold luncheon. Music comes down, you start the dance, but then you ate so much you always split your pants. A girl starts walking, guys start talking. Sits down next to you and starts talking. Says she wanna dance because she likes to cruise. So come on, fat soul, and just bust the move. idealistic. Looking for a man makes them opportunistic. The lion of the beast perpetrating a tears to the brother with the money can be their man. So the beach was strolling, we all are rolling. Everything you have is yours and not stolen. And you're around something with something to prove. So don't just stand there and bust the move.
I know what's going on. It's like the second and third rounders. That's all this shit that happens. It's got
Just bust the move.
like Joe. I guess Joe got out for international. Alvarez? Yeah. I haven't seen Joe. I saw Johnson Friday the other day. It's not like Joe was doing fine. I haven't seen Joe in years. Every now and then he'll send me a hey, I'm yeah, good guy. Yeah. Yes, sir.
Yeah, we just need to make sure this game, if it gets to the point to where it's infringing on the start of the Cougars game, I'm going to have to do some kind of get across back to
Oh, yeah. You got a long way to go. Yeah. Who you with now, Steve?
I am Blue Jay.
Well, I got his card. If you ever need anything up here, yeah, let me know. I've been helping Ralph. I interviewed with this kid, he's like 24 for jail. I'm like, he's asking me like, what do you know about Python? I was like, you're yeah. He's like, yeah, I think you're not gonna be fit. I was like, but I can tell you everything about a smooth. Yeah. And that they don't really want no fitness. Yep. That's when that was kind of when I said, I think I'll do my own.
That was a good recognition on your part.
Where we at on time?
It's 41.
Okay. You just. Well, hell, he went around the country putting on everybody's uniform and posting on social media.
He said he was going to
And I was like, what are you doing? Like, he took all the, he had the
Emma, you having
jersey
fun?
on, then he went to Tennessee.
Emma.
He went to
Whatever
Tennessee.
day it was when he visited,
It was
right?
a different. I was like, yeah, he did. He did it. I was like, wherever he is. All right. Mic check. Still don't know if I got a crowd mic. He's getting ready to grill some stuff. So, all right, you ready? Hello, everyone, baseball fans, high school baseball fans, and welcome to the Highlander Sports Network, the official home of Highlander baseball. I'm Jason Greer, and thank you for joining us this afternoon. This is a makeup game from Saturday's downpour. We are at College Park for the Highlanders versus the Cavaliers. This is game 2 of the series of the War of the Woods. And thank you for joining us. Sadie Greer is our producer engineer, and Emma Riley is on camera again this afternoon for us. So on Friday, the Highlanders improved to 24-1 overall. They're 9-0 in district and are on a 10-game winning streak. So a few highlights from Friday night's game against College Park. Gian Fernandez got things going for the Highlanders, in the bottom of the first with a 3-run blast to the left center gap. Weston Leroy added a solo homer in the bottom of the fourth. Jack Schmeckel, he was 3 for 3 with a double and 2 singles and a walk. And Eric Daigle, he was our Highlander Sports Network player of the game. 6 innings pitched, 2 hits allowed, 1 earned run, 3 walks, and 8 strikeouts. He picks up the victory, and he improves to 3-0 in 13-6A play. Now, with everything that has gone on over the past couple of days, I had not been able to sit down with Coach Eastman because of time constraints, so we're going to skip the Coach's Corner today. And tomorrow is going to be tough as well, as we are out in New Caney tomorrow, and that's a 6 p.m. start. We'll be here live on the Highlander Sports Network for you with all the coverage. We'll pick that up at 5:30, and I know there's probably quite a few of you out there that are watching because you can't make it to this early start. Tomorrow, 5:30, New Caney will be on pregame at 5:40, and then New Caney comes to Scotland Yard on Friday. And that is at 6 p.m. And then we have Conroe, and then kind of wind things down on the season with the Oak Ridge War Eagles. Circle those dates on your calendar. And so let's take a look. Speaking of Oak Ridge, they are 8-1. They're playing today. Quite a few teams in the district are making games up. I believe there was only 1 or 2 teams that got games in late on Saturday night. And we'll get you to the scoreboard. But as far as standings go right now, the Highlanders are 9-0, sit atop of 13-6A. And then if you go through the win-loss column, the Wildcats are sitting at second. That's Willis at 9-2. Then Oak Ridge is sitting there at 8-1. A lot of teams have yet to have their bye, so you kind of see the discrepancy in the wins and losses in those columns. And then Grand Oaks is sitting right there in 4th place. And we have 7 games left through district, counting today. So we'll be back with today's matchup. I'm sorry, not used to these early afternoon starts. We'll be back with today's matchup here after this.
Introducing the power duo, Tachus Fiber Internet and the Houston Astros. Tachus delivers ultra-reliable internet that's smoother than Orbit's moves. Our unbeatable network lets you stream, game, shop, and share seamlessly without interruption. Join the winning team. Make the switch to 100% frustration-free Tachus Fiber Internet today.
Highlander Nation, are you ready for your next dental appointment? Txhsbsb Dentistry covers all the bases. We're located in the Woodlands, Texas, and proud supporters of Highlanders baseball. Txhsbsb Dentistry is a dual specialist dental office dedicated to compassionate, high-quality care. Their practice is unique because they have 2 separate sides of the office, one for pediatric and one for adult dentistry, so the entire family can be seen in one visit. Give us a call at 281-292-1605. Again, that's 281-292-1605. Or visit www.txhsbsb.com to schedule your next appointment. And be sure to mention Highlanders baseball. Txhsbsb Dentistry, a home run for the whole family.
There's no way you're going to be bored. We have Tachus Fiber Internet. Watch a math video or something.
1, 2, 3, yeah!
100% frustration-free internet.
And welcome back to Highlander Total Access. That's brought to you by Tachus Fiber Internet, our pregame show sponsor once again this season. Thanks. We appreciate having them on board. Tachus Fiber Internet, your one and only Woodlands hometown #1 rated internet provider according to the Woodlands Online. That's voted on by the community. Make the switch. Head on over to tachus.com. So today's matchup, the Highlanders have a 10-game winning streak, and they're still sitting at #2 in the state rankings. For those of you that are out there wondering how and why, Somehow South Lake Carroll dropped, and we were leapfrogged by Spring Branch Memorial. But I am one from my former coaching. This would be a locker room talk to my kiddos, and when I was coaching, the only ranking that matters is at about 7 p.m. on June 7th, who's holding the state championship trophy. That's the only ranking in my book that matters. So number 2, number 10, number 20, number 30, doesn't really matter. Teams get on a run in the playoffs, and as Coach Eastman has said time and time over again in our Coaches Corners interviews, it's high school baseball. Anything can happen, and we're looking to move to 10-0 in 13-6A and have that 2-game lead over Willis. The Highlanders will look to Jack Schmeckel today. He'll be on the mound to secure the win. Jack is heading to the University of Texas. He is committed to there. He's not yet signed. He's just a commit. Can't do that until late next fall. And a few other accolades of his. He's on the Hunter Pence squad for the summer. And when his freshman summer coming in as a freshman at the Woodlands, that summer before, he was a member of the 15 and under Team USA that won gold down in the Dominican Republic. He was the closer to bring home the gold medal. And currently he's 2-0 with a 3.5 ERA in district play. He's a power righty. He'll run it up to 92, 95, which is why I have a host of scouts sitting behind me right now with radar guns ready to go. And he will complement that with a wipeout slider and a fantastic changeup. He moves the ball around, has control of all 3 pitches, and they look to him to keep the streak going and move to 10-0 in district. The Cavaliers, 10-11 overall, and they are 4-7 currently in 13-6A. They're looking to secure their 5th win in the district this season, and they are countering with Ethan Kersey, the youngster. He'll be on the mound. He was at first base the other night, and a fantastic two-way player for the Cavaliers. He can swing it well, and he is fantastic on the mound as well. Looking forward to see him and Jack Schmeckel duel it out in this matchup, Game 2 of the War of the Woods here at College Park High School. We're going to have your keys. You know what? We're going to go ahead and skip the keys to the game today because the umpires have made their appearance, and we will be – looks like they're trying to get this going just a tad early today as lineups are being exchanged. So speaking of lineups, the Home Run Club, these are brought to you by the Home Run Club. For today's lineups, we're going to have for your Highlanders leading things off, Cash Clayton, Jack Schmeckel, and Caleb Holyfield. In the 4-5-6, Cash McWhorter, Gian Fernandez, and Chase Bradley behind the plate. 7-8-9 is going to be Eric Daigle, Max McCrary, and Weston Leroy. Defensively for the Highlanders, McWhorter in left, Clayton in center. McCrary will be in right today, the University of Houston commit. And then around the infield, Elias Diaz gets the start at third. Now he will be DH'd for by Eric Daigle, Caleb Holyfield at short, Weston Leroy at second, Daigle at first, Schmeckel on the mound, and Chase Bradley is calling the pitches this afternoon for the Highlanders. Now for the Cavaliers, Evan Mann at short, J.M. Juarez is behind the plate, Patarika Pauka Grego is the designated hitter, and he is hitting for Sam Rasmussen, who will be at first base today defensively. Ethan Kersey in the cleanup hole. He's on the mound. Sergio Alvarez, he's at third. Jai Pauka Grego is in left. Ty Easley in center. Jake Metters is out in right. And then Chris Worley, who flashed some leather at second base, he's there again today for the Cavaliers. A couple guys keep an eye on that made some great plays for the Cavaliers. Ty Easley and Jake Metters out in the outfield were a great combo out there. Robbed the Highlanders of a couple of hits in Friday's loss, but some guys keep an eye on defensively for the Cavaliers. The Tachys Fiber Internet first pitch is around the corner, and we'll be back. Looks like they're about finished exchanging lineups, and we'll have the national anthem for you here in a few minutes as I'm just kind of getting a gauge on when we're going to start, and we'll be right back after this.
Introducing the Power Duo, Tachus Fiber Internet and the Houston Astros. Tachus delivers ultra-reliable internet that's smoother than Orbit's moves. Our unbeatable network lets you stream, game, shop, and share seamlessly without interruption. Join the winning team. Make the switch to 100% frustration-free Tachus Fiber Internet today.
You're killing me, Smalls!
Highlander Nation, it's that time. Live from Scotland Yard, where legends are made.
It is number 300. Goldie gets number 300. And the 2-1 is out to deep center again. Yes! He's done it again. The man is ridiculous. He's flat out ridiculous. 3-run homer. His second of the game. Goldie is driven in 5. MVP.
Now, the voice of your Highlanders, Jason Greer.
All right, we are back. First pitch is about 30 seconds away here. Ethan Kersey on the mound for the Cavaliers. Cash Clayton at the plate. And we're having a little bit of a difficulty with our score bug, so just hang with us as we get that reset. First pitch brought to you by Tachys Fiber Internet is at 4:01, and that's a strike. And that misses down and away, and that's going to run the count to 1-1 on Cash Clayton, sophomore for the Highlanders. He's out in center field today. And that's tapped foul at the plate and out of play. And at the knees is a called strike 3, and Clayton is down looking for out number 1. And that's strikeout number 1 on the afternoon for Ethan Kersey. And that's going to bring up the pitcher for today, Jack Schmeckel, the University of Texas commit. He was 3 for 3 on Friday, and he takes a fastball inside just under the hands, almost hit him for ball 1. Fastball misses just below the knees. Runs the count to 2-0. And that misses low, the curveball. And that counts 3-0 now on Schmeckel. And a fastball right there. Center cut for a called strike. Runs it to 3-1. And a tapper down the line that's going to go foul. Takes it to 3-2. And the payoff pitch from Kersey is outside. And that's ball 4. And we'll have a pinch runner. That's going to be Mason Hernandez. Courtesy runner. And that's going to bring up the senior, Caleb Holyfield.
It's not working.
Holyfield was 2 for 3 with 2 singles and a sacrifice on Friday. Wind kind of picking up here. It's blowing from left to right. Holyfield at shortstop today. And that's a swing, and that's going to get through the 6-hole. No, Evan Mann, nice move there. Gets to the knee, and the backhand, it gets by. That's onto the Highlanders dugout. Holyfield's on his way to second. The throw is not in time. And a fantastic defensive play there by Evan Mann. He slid to the backhand, but it's one of those instances where the old coach in me is sometimes the best throw is a no throw. You just eat that throw and keep the runners at first and second. Instead, the throwing error, it would have been an infield single for Holyfield. And the throwing error puts runners at second and third with 1 out. And Cash McCorder, the cleanup hitter, at the plate for the Highlanders with a chance to pick up a couple RBIs. Big swing, looked like a changeup. McQuarter swung over the top of it. McQuarter was 0 for 3 with a walk on Friday, but hit 2 missiles that he was robbed on. And there's another one to shallow center right at the center fielder easily. We're going to have a tag, and we're going to have a play at third. Throws offline. Hernandez comes in to score on the sac fly by McQuarter. picks up the RBI, does his job, and the Highlanders are on the board 1-0. So a sacrifice fly for McWhorter. That's out number 2. Holyfield moves up to third. He tagged. And Gian Fernandez at the plate for the Highlanders. Not sure what Coach Faraday is. Maybe Hernandez left a little early. And it's just one of those situations here. As been there, done that. My coach's hat is on right now. You're not going to get that call. You got a 2-man umpire crew. You can argue it all you want. He's having to either watch the catch in center field and then try to turn around and catch the runner. Just not going to get that call. Now he's making his way to the home plate umpire to make his case. And it just isn't going to happen. Now with a 3-man crew, you would have had an umpire that's sitting at the bag looking at it and kind of a mood point. You got 2 outs and a runner at third and Gian Fernandez. Fernandez, big 3-run homer on Friday to get things going for the Highlanders. And that one is driven out to right center. Could be trouble, giving chase. That's going to get all the way down to the wall. Easily gets to it. Fernandez on his horse, and he is into second with a stand-up double and another RBI for Gian Fernandez. He is swinging a hot bat right now for the Highlanders. A 2-out double, and the Highlanders now lead 2-0. So 2 outs here in the top of the first. The Highlanders have struck first. It's 2-0. And at the plate is the catcher, Chase Bradley. And he takes a fastball center cut for a called strike, and he's down in the count, 0-1. Bradley 1 for 3, had 2 RBIs on Friday. And he's at the plate with 2 outs and a chance to pick up another one with Gian Fernandez at second. And that is in the dirt. Slider misses. That's going to even it up at 1-1. The 1-1 from Kersey. Swung on, lifted, drifting foul towards the Highlanders dugout and off the screen. And a rebound catch over there by Rasmussen. I guess maybe in wall ball that would have been an out. Counts 1-2 now on the catcher, Bradley, with Gian Fernandez at second. Highlanders on the board, 2-0. Looking to add to the lead. Fastball on the corner, and Bradley is down looking. Second strikeout of the day for Kersey. But damage is done. The Highlanders put 2 on the board with 2 hits, 1 error, and leave 1 on. You're watching Highlander Baseball, brought to you by the Highlander Sports Network.
Introducing the Power Duo, Tachus Fiber Internet and the Houston Astros. Tachus delivers ultra-reliable internet that's smoother than Orbit's moves. Our unbeatable network lets you stream, game, shop, and share seamlessly without interruption. Join the winning team. Make the switch to 100% frustration-free Tachus Fiber Internet today.
And welcome back. Bottom of the first here. College Park Field, the home of the Cavaliers. And again, I apologize. Our score bug is not working. We've been trying to reset the score from Friday, and we're just having some issues with it. So just rely on me, ladies and gentlemen, on the score. It is 2-0. Highlanders lead. So again, 2-0. Bottom of first. Evan Mann, J.M. Juarez, and Patarika Pauka Grego. And the first pitch from Schmeckel is a fastball at the knees for a called strike. And that's a 93-mile-an-hour fastball taken down the right side off the glove of Gian Fernandez. And he was a little handcuffed, out of position there. And that's going to be an error on the first baseman, Fernandez. As Evan Mann just did a good job staying back on that and driving it to the right side. And that's going to bring up Juarez, the catcher, for the Cavaliers. Fastball on the outside corner, called strike. Juarez was 0 for 1 with a walk and then was picked off at first on that backdoor play that the Highlanders put in. If you remember, they had to get him out twice to get the call because the umpire wasn't watching, and Coach Eastman came out and had the conversation with the umpire. So Evan Mann's at first, reached on an error, and fastball is down and away to run the count to 1-1. Beautiful, sunny, not a cloud in the sky day. Got a day moon on the horizon. Shows bunt straight up in the air. Bradley on it, makes the catch in time. Did a dance with the umpire and still made the catch. Fantastic play right there by Chase Bradley on the putout. And one out. As you always like to see this, one hitter talking to another, sharing what they've seen. Good teamwork right there by the Cavaliers. Evan Mann still at first with one out now. Grego at the plate. Takes a slider in the dirt for ball one. So this is Patarika Pauka Grego. Ethan Kersey is on deck. Unless the Highlanders turn a double play here, Kersey will get a plate appearance. The 1-0. It's a fastball on the ground. Speaking of, right up the middle, right at Holyfield. He steps on the bag for one and on to first for the second. And a 6-3 unassisted double play turned by Caleb Holyfield gets Schmeckel out of the inning. And that is no hits, no runs, and one left on, one error, and we're heading to the top of the second. You're watching Highlander Baseball on the Highlander Sports Network.
Highlander Nation, are you ready for your next dental appointment? Kacher Dentistry covers all the bases. We're located in the Woodlands, Texas, and proud supporters of Highlanders Baseball. Kacher Dentistry is a dual specialist dental office dedicated to compassionate, high-quality care. Their practice is unique because they have two separate sides of the office, one for pediatric and one for adult dentistry, so the entire family can be seen in one visit. Give us a call at 281-292-1605. Again, that's 281-292-1605. Or visit www.txhsbsb.com to schedule your next appointment. And be sure to mention Highlanders Baseball. Kacher Dentistry, a home run for the whole family.
All right, we're moving on into the top of the second here. Game 2 of the War of the Woods series between the Highlanders and the College Park Cavaliers. For the Highlanders this inning, Eric Daigle, 7-8-9, McCrary, and Weston Leroy. Highlanders leading 2-0 if you're just joining us. We're having some technical difficulties with our score bug. It is not resetting for us, so please rely on me. Score is 2-0, and that's a fastball on the outside corner for a called strike on Eric Daigle. Daigle was 0 for 3 on Friday. Curveball misses away. Daigle sitting at 222 on the season for the Highlanders. The 1-1, that is up the middle, slicing, hooking right into the glove of Evan Mann. Takes the big hop, makes the play, and in out number 1. Here in the top of the second is recorded, and that's going to bring up Max McCrary, the right fielder for the Highlanders. Max on the season, 304. Couple of RBIs and fastball misses high and outside from Kersey. And ball 1. So the count is 1-0. Fastball misses down. Takes it to 2-0 on McCrary. There's 1 out. And the Highlanders are leading this 2-0, top of 2. And that is ripped down the line and foul. And that's strike 1 on Max. Max, the University of Houston commit. Beautiful slider right there, just below the knees. That's a pitch. Makes the pitch. Didn't get him to chase. Good take right there by McCrary. Runs it to 3-1. And that misses outside. And that's a walk for McCrary. The second of the day for Kersey.
Up next for the Highlanders, number 27, Weston.
And Weston Leroy at the plate for the Highlanders. Leroy was 2 for 3 on Friday. Had the big home run, the solo shot, his second in district. Fastball misses down and away for ball 1 to Leroy. Leroy 261 on the season, 2 homers, 4 RBIs, a check on the runner. Seven RBIs, puts him up there 4th in team lead. And that's down the line foul towards Coach Eastman. And that's going to even it up at 1-1. 1 out. The score is 2-0. And a check on the runner. Nothing happening over at first. McCrary not with a big lead. Wind pretty steady out of left field to right, favoring the lefties today. And check on McCrary again. Cash Clayton on deck. Leroy looking to extend the inning, give Clayton, flip the lineup over, and a big curveball buckles Leroy. See if he learned something from that pitch. Count is 1-2 with 1 out. And almost hits him with that fastball. Evens it up at 2-2. I've seen it happen a few times. That almost caught the bat as Leroy was holding it up. And I've seen instances of where it hits the bat and ends up in fair territory. Kind of the standstill bunt. You got to love the game of baseball. And that's poked down the right field line. A little two-strike approach right there by Leroy. Keeps himself alive. So once again, if you're just jumping on and joining us, our score bug is not working. We're working on trying to get this reset. The 2-2 tapped at the plate. He called. Okay, a little confusion here. We're going to let the dust settle. Home plate umpire said it was fair. I'm not sure why Leroy was just standing there. The home plate umpire was playing it like it was fair. It's just one of those cases. If you don't know, you run until somebody tells you to go back. And so, yep, says it was a fair ball. And McCrary is safe at second as the catcher Alvarez came out trying to throw it to second. And if Leroy would have been running, he'd have been safe. Like, he was confused on the call. But the umpire never came screaming out saying foul, foul, foul. He was calling it fair. Anyhow, it's 2 outs. McCrary's at second. And Cash Clayton, the sophomore, he's at the plate. And he takes a slider on the outside corner for a called strike. Cash struck out back in the first, looking. And that is driven right into the glove of, look what I caught, over at third, Alvarez. And he picks it up, recovers, and makes the throw across the diamond for the third out of the inning. And the Highlanders, no runs, no hits, no errors, and leave one on. They lead 2-0. You're watching Highlander Baseball, brought to you by the Highlander Sports Network.
Highlander Nation, are you ready for your next dental appointment? txhsbsb Dentistry covers all the bases. We're located in the Woodlands, Texas, and proud supporters of Highlanders baseball. txhsbsb Dentistry is a dual specialist dental office dedicated to compassionate, eye-quality care. Their practice is unique because they have 2 separate sides of the office, one for pediatric and one for adult dentistry, so the entire family can be seen in one visit. Give us a call at 281-292-1605. Again, that's 281-292-1605. Or visit www.txhsbsb.com to schedule your next appointment. And be sure to mention Highlanders Baseball. txhsbsb Dentistry, a home run for the whole family.
And welcome back. Bottom of the second. We're at College Park Field, home of the Cavaliers, for Game 2 of the War of the Woods series. I'm Jason Greer, voice of Highlander Baseball. My daughter, Sadie Greer, is your producer-engineer, and behind me is Emma Riley. She's on camera today. And Ethan Kersey, 456 for the Cavaliers. Ethan Kersey, Sergio Alvarez, and Jai Pauka Grego. There's a fastball beat into the ground at the plate. And that's going to be strike one on Kersey. One of the things about Schmeckel, with my Scouts hat on now, he throws a very heavy fastball. Slider misses inside. That was at 83 on the slider. Wind kind of picking up, blowing pretty good to right field. Buries that one in the dirt at 86 and runs a count to 2 balls and 1 strike. And once again, if you're just joining us, score bug on our screen is incorrect. We're having technical issues with the communication efforts on that. The 2-1 is lifted to center. It is fading and to the wall. Clayton gets to it and gets it in. That's going to be a leadoff double for Ethan Kersey. With the wind blowing that way, he sliced it, and the wind just took it. You could just tell Clayton picked it up off the bat and kept running and running and running. And the wind carried that thing a very long way. So the wind playing a role here.
Next for the Cavaliers is number 19, Sergio Alvarez.
And that's going to bring up the third baseman, Sergio Alvarez. So a leadoff double for Kersey. Fastball inside with a little action on that, running in on the righty, and that was at 92. So no outs in the inning. Bottom of 2, Highlanders are leading 2-0. The 0-1 paints the outside corner. That was 93 as well for a called strike 2 on Alvarez. Alvarez was 0 for 3 on Friday with a strikeout, reached on an error. And beautiful pitch and strikeout first of the day for Schmeckel as Alvarez is down looking for out number 1. And that's going to bring up Jai Pauka Grego. He's in left field today. Jai 0 for 3 on Friday with 3 strikeouts. Swing and a miss right there. And he's down 0-1. 1 out. Fastball misses outside at 92. Evens it up at 1-1. Nice slider right there at the knees. That's called strike 2. Count is 1-2 on Jai Pauka Grego. Fastball inside. Great pitch to the righty right there. There's not much he could do with that except for foul it off. And it's going to keep it at 1-2. Again, just a beautiful day, a little breezy. Mid-60s is your temp, 66 when I got here earlier. Not a cloud in the sky. So a high sky for the outfielders and a check on the runner. Got that moon, that day moon on the horizon. You can call me a nerd, but for some reason I look and see that moon. That day moon always reminds me of Star Wars. And Schmeckel checks the runner. The 1-2 is a slider in the dirt. Evens it up at 2-2. Fastball lifted. That's another one. That's going to be trouble. Right in the same spot where Kersey put it. Gets to the wall. This could be 3, and he holds at second but picks up the RBI. And the Cavaliers are on the board with back-to-back doubles. or I'm sorry, 2 doubles here in the inning. And that's going to be an RBI double for Jai Pauka Grego. So 2 hits in the inning allowed by Schmeckel.
Coming up to the plate for the mighty Cavaliers is number 2.
And they are on the board with their first run. Highlanders leading 2-1 now with 1 out. Still 1 out in the inning. They're sitting back on Schmeckel's fastball and driving it to the opposite field. It's a great piece of hitting here by the Cavaliers this inning. And that is right back to Schmeckel at the mound. He checks the runner. They got him in a rundown. Lead runner, that's to Holyfield, to Diaz. Diaz running him down. He tags him for the second out. So easily with the ground ball back to Schmeckel. Schmeckel to Holyfield to Diaz, and Diaz runs him down. And all they really did was just swap spots. Easily runs all the way around to second while Grego was in the rundown. So fielder's choice for Easley. And that fastball is in there for called strike. So 2 outs in the inning. And Jake Metters at the plate. He's down 0-1 with 2 outs. Swing and miss on the changeup. And he's down 0-2 now. 2 down in the inning for the Highlanders. And a swing and miss on the changeup again. We have to complete the strikeout. Bradley to Fernandez, and that's a strikeout for Schmeckel, his second of the game. But the Cavaliers put 1 on the board on a couple of hits, and the game is now 2-1. You're watching Highlander baseball on the Highlander Sports Network.
Introducing the Power Duo, Tachus Fiber Internet and the Houston Astros. Tachus delivers ultra-reliable internet that's smoother than Orbit's moves. Our unbeatable network lets you stream, game, shop, and share seamlessly without interruption. Join the winning team. Make the switch to 100% frustration-free Tachus Fiber Internet today.
There's no way you're going to be bored. We have Tachus Fiber Internet.
And we're moving on into the top of the third here. Highlanders lead 2-1. College Park got on the board last inning with a couple of doubles off Schmeckel. They're utilizing the wind, not sure if it's on purpose. But with Schmeckel throwing 93, 94, it doesn't take much to let the fastball travel and just lift it to right center and watch the wind take it. And that's what happened last inning. Schmeckel's at the plate. He walked back in the first, and slider misses down and in. And that's ball 1 to Schmeckel, the University of Texas commit. And that's backhanded by Alvarez. Makes a fantastic play, and the throw is in time for out number 1.
Up next for the Highlanders, number 14. Caleb Holyfield.
And that brings up Caleb Holyfield, 393 on the season with 1 out. And that misses outside. As Caleb, that should look familiar to Caleb as Kersey lost his hat. Caleb infamous for the hat coming off. And that misses inside, almost hits him. 2 balls and no strikes. 1 out. Holyfield singled in the first, came around to score. Not sure about that one. That was outside and a little low. We're right behind home plate. I'm about 20 feet from the umpire. The 2-1 almost hits him again. And that's going to take it to 3-1. And that misses in the dirt. Ball 4. Holyfield on again for the second time today. Speaking of Holyfield being on again, his on-base percentage is right at .500. And Cash McWhorter up. Had the sac fly RBI. Back in the first. Mason Hernandez came in to score. And a big swing. He was looking to put that one into the jet stream. And it was a changeup. He pulled the string on that. Kersey does. And he's down in the count. No balls in 1 strike. Holyfield, no, nothing. Bounces at the plate. He takes off. Skips away from the catcher. We're going to have a play at second. Oh, not sure about that. A nice play by Juarez. Tipped the cap to him. He kept the ball in front of him and was able to make a play. I'm not sure how he got the ball to second. He threw around his pitcher with a sidearm angle. And nice pick by Mann, and slaps the tag on Holyfield for out number 2. And that misses outside. That's ball 2 to McWhorter. So caught stealing is Holyfield. And tapped into the ground by McWhorter. 2-2's the count. The Deuces Wild on the board. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Wow, that was a beautiful pitch. Brought the slider, tried to put it on the back foot of McWhorter. He buckled him up. Didn't get the call. Looked good from here. The 3-2. And that is through the hole on the right side. Single for McWhorter. So 2-out single for Cash McWhorter is going to bring up the first baseman, Gian Fernandez.
Number 30, Gian Fernandez.
Gian doubled back in the first, picked up an RBI in the process. And he takes an outside fastball. He tried to go to right field with it, just a tad too late, and that's fouling out of play. Strike 1. McWhorter with a lead. And Kersey looked like he didn't agree with what Juarez was putting down on signs. And a check on the runner. And a double move. I'll see that work. Sometimes you get a guy, he's got his head in the clouds. Why not try it? Stealing out, get out of the inning. McWhorter goes. Outside fastball. Throw not in time. That's a stolen base for Cash McWhorter. He's in scoring position with 2 outs. And Gian Fernandez at the plate. He's been an RBI machine in this series. And he's got a chance to add to the total here. He's got 10 on the season in district. He's tied for the team lead with Schmeckel at 10 RBIs. And that's just through district play. Again, if you're just joining us, our score bug, we're having technical issues with it. Here's the 2-1. Misses high. And that's going to run it to 3-1. Fernandez is where he wants to be right here. You got to be sitting on your pitch. Wind now blowing straight in. Flags are pointing right at us out in center. McWhorter goes. Pitch is inside. Ball 4. McWhorter steals third. So the walk for Fernandez. He's at first. McWhorter's at third with 2 outs. That's the 3rd walk of the game for Kersey. And that's going to bring up the catcher, Chase Bradley. He struck out back in the 1st. .300 hitter on the season. These are in this is district play. Again, if you've missed I use district stats. Those are the stats that get these kiddos selected to all district team and all state. And curveball misses away. Wind blowing back to right field now. And a high fastball lifted down the right field line, and that's slicing foul. And that's going to even it up at 1-1 on Bradley. Bradley's driven in 6 this season. When you look through these RBI totals on the team this year, and they have put some serious runs on the board. Curveball gets the high call on that. That's a pitch that you got to do what the Cavaliers were doing right there. Pop that one out the right center gap and run for days as the wind's going to blow it. Here's the 1-2. Just like that, he was trying. Outside fastball, fights it off, stay alive. You got to go 2-strike approach right here. Got a runner at third. Poke one out there, pick up the RBI, kiddo. 2 outs, Highlanders are leading 2-1. Almost hits him. And that was get off the plate pitch. Everybody's expecting an outside pitch. That evens it at 2-2, 2 outs. Below the knees, misses with the fastball. Kersey not happy about the call. So the wind's shifting between blowing straight to right or blowing straight in. And as I said that, I went from straight in to straight to right. The 3-2 runner goes, and he gets the call. Outside curveball. And Bradley's down looking for the 3rd out. Highlanders put a couple of hits together. Can't get a run across. You're watching Highlander baseball courtesy of the Highlander Sports Network.
Introducing the Power Duo, Tachus Fiber Internet and the Houston Astros. Tachus delivers ultra-reliable internet that's smoother than Orbit's moves. Our unbeatable network lets you stream, game, shop, and share seamlessly without interruption. Join the winning team. Make the switch to 100% frustration-free Tachus Fiber Internet today.
There's no way you're going to be bored. We have Tachus Fiber Internet. Watch a math video or something.
1, 2, 3, yeah!
100% frustration-free Internet.
And we're moving on into the bottom of the third here at College Park High School. If you've never been to College Park, it is an adventure to get to this field. It's probably pretty close to a mile back from the high school.
All right, coming up to the plate for
The weird little easement when they bought the land to build College Park High School. Opened in the fall of '05. And if you heard Mike kind of talking about it on Friday, they opened in '05. In the spring of '06, the Highlanders won a national championship. And that is lifted down the right field line, giving chase. McCrary gets to the rail and out of play. Strike one. So Chris Worley at the plate. So it's going to be 9-1-2. Evan Mann and J.M. Juarez. And misses away with that, looked like a slider. The way Schmeckel throws that slider, it kind of turns more into a cutter, kind of here on the pro level. Fastball is in there. Counts 1-2 on Worley. Nice fastball, had a little tailing action into the right-handed hitter. He had a hard time just getting to that. He fouls it straight back into the screen. That's going to keep it at 1-2. And that's lifted high and in the air. Staying on the infield, Holyfield under and makes the catch. And that's out number one. Here in the bottom of the third. And back to the top of the order for the Cavaliers. Evan Mann. And J.M. Juarez is on deck. Mann reached on an error back in the first. Swing and miss on the slider as Schmeckel buried that down in the zone. And that's how you want to throw that pitch. That is executed to perfection. Same exact pitch at 86 miles an hour. That slider at 86 is tough to hit. Takes it to 0-2. And throws another one. He kind of got around that one. It was too good of an 0-2 pitch right there. But see the intent, kind of move him inside. I would expect something on the outside corner right here. Maybe dot the outside corner with a fastball. And there it is. The man gets to it, fouls it to the screen. Keeps it at 0-2. Man is battling. He's hanging in there with 2 strikes. Slider again, misses down and away. See if that's a setup. Come back inside with the fastball under the hands here. And another slider. And that's lifted down out to left field. McWhorter came in. He's retreating, and recovers and makes the catch at the wall. Cash McWhorter making it look easy out there. He got burned and turned around and turned the Jets on and got to it. Nice play out there by Cash McWhorter for out number 2.
All right, up next for the Cavaliers.
If the wind was blowing out probably to that direction, probably would have had a chance. The wind's blowing the other way, knocked it down, and that aided McWhorter in his recovery out there. 2 outs. J.M. Juarez swing and a miss on the fastball. Juarez, the catcher for the Cavaliers today. Fastball catches the outside corner. It's probably a little outside, but hey, that curveball that he rang Bradley up on, that's same spot. You're going to call it both ways. Slider in the dirt. Juarez thought about it. Takes it. Counts 1-2. 2 outs, Highlanders leading 2-1. Game 2 of this War of the Woods. Fastball just off the outside corner. They're wanting the call on that one. It was outside, fellas. The 2-2. Great slider, spoiled by Juarez. Schmeckel put that at the knees on the inside corner. Definitely a strike. Great job by Juarez to keep himself alive with 2 outs. The 2-2. Inside corner. Rung him up. Called strike 3. Juarez is down. That's strikeout number 3 on the day for Schmeckel. And we're moving on into the top of the 4th here at College Park High School. Highlanders lead 2-1. You're watching Highlander Baseball on the Highlander Sports Network.
Highlander Nation, are you ready for your next dental appointment? K'cher Dentistry covers all the bases. We're located in the Woodlands, Texas, and proud supporters of Highlanders baseball. K'cher Dentistry is a dual specialist dental office dedicated to compassionate, eye-quality care. Their practice is unique because they have 2 separate sides of the office, one for pediatric and one for adult dentistry, so the entire family can be seen in one visit. Give us a call at 281-292-1605. Again, that's 281-292-1605. Or visit www.kcherdentistry.com to schedule your next appointment. And be sure to mention Highlanders Baseball. K'cher Dentistry, a home run for the whole family.
And we are back. Top of 4, Highlanders leading this 2-1.
All right, coming up to the plate for the Highlanders.
Our scoreboard, if you just joined us, our scoreboard on our screen is not working the way it's supposed to today. Scores 2-1. Eric Daigle, 7-8-9. So Eric Daigle, Max McCrary, Weston Leroy. And that is hammered to center, but right at Easley for the out. He hit it on the screws. That's one of those where you just walk to the dugout and it's an out, but I barreled it. Good at bat. And that's where your analytics come in hand. And Max McCrary at the plate. He walked back in the second. And that gets away from Kersey for ball 1 to Max. Yeah, McCrary was involved in that strange play with Leroy where he hit it at the plate and it bounced around. We thought it was fair. We thought it was foul. And that misses outside. That's going to run into 2 balls and no strikes on McCrary, the U of H commit. He's in right field today. Big swing on miss as Kersey pulled the string on that. I think McQuarrie was sitting on a 2-0 fastball and he threw him a change. The 2-1 and lifted high and into the sky. Kersey on the mound calling for it. That is not going well. I could have told you soon as that ball was in the air and Kersey was calling for it, it is trouble. There's a reason why pitchers don't field fly balls. You're coming off the mound, you're coming at an angle, your feet are falling underneath of you. He lost balance as he was coming off the mound. That's where your second baseman, first baseman have to come in and call the pitcher off. So an error. McQuarrie's at first on the E1, and Weston Leroy at the plate. He takes a curveball outside for ball 1. Be interesting to see if coach puts on a bunt here, get McQuarrie into scoring position and flip the lineup over. There is one out. And that misses low. Two balls, no strikes on Weston Leroy. Cash Clayton on deck with one out. Fastball right there on the outside corner. Leroy thought about it. He's got two more to play with here, so the 2-1. Kind of the same spot. Didn't get the call on that one. That's going to take it to 3-1. Right here, if you're Leroy, you got to be sitting on that one pitch, one spot. Something you can drive. You got to be thinking gap to gap here. And a perfectly executed pitch from Kersey. He puts a slider right there on the outside corner and keeps it there. And that's going to run it full. See if we get McQuarrie moving with a full count. That's on the ground. That's going to get into the hole. No, man there again, but Leroy's speed beats it out. Infield single for Weston Leroy. And the Highlanders have runners at first and second with one out. And top of the order, Cash Clayton and Jack Schmeckel on deck. Clayton sitting at 345 on the season. He's driven in 6. 3 home runs in district play. He's got a chance to pick up a couple RBIs here. And slider misses in the dirt. Great job right there by Juarez to keep it in front of him and hold the runners. Clayton struck out in the first. He grounded to third in the second. That one, from my point of view, looked about a ball outside. He gets the call. Evens it up at 1-1. Curveball fouled. Count at 1-2. Schmeckel on deck. Anybody reaches. Holyfield. Good spot for the Highlanders to put a crooked number on the board. The 1-2. Had to be a little high. It looked like it was on the plate from here. And that's going to even it at 2-2. Kind of a light breeze out towards right center. They got him, they're playing him straight up in the outfield. And that is through the hole at short. Everyone moves up a bag on the single by Cash Clayton. So base is loaded.
next for the Highlanders.
Full of Highlanders. And Jack Schmeckel at the plate. Chance to help himself here. Kersey is going to go from the windup with the bases loaded. Slider misses in the dirt. And that's ball one. Almost hits him with the fastball. That runs the count to 2-0. And foul down the third base line. Two balls, one strike is the count on Jack Schmeckel. Bases loaded. And down to first baseman. The throw to the plate is in time. They get the lead runner on the force out at the plate. So a fielder's choice for Schmeckel.
All right, up next for the Highlanders, number 14, Caleb Holyfield.
So bases still full of Highlanders. And Caleb Holyfield at the plate as Coach Eastman wants to have a word with his senior. This is his leader. 3-year starter for the Highlanders. A big spot here with the bases loaded. Is Kersey going to be able to work out of this? Or are the Highlanders going to blow the game open right here? Two ones your score, 2 outs. Caleb Holyfield at the plate with the bases loaded. Slider misses away. Fastball was away, but he gets the call. Evens it up at 1-1. Slider misses away. He's working that outside corner. Be interesting to see if he tries to come inside here. And he does. Foul tipped into the glove of Juarez, and the count's even at 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, bases loaded for Caleb Holyfield. And that's a pitch that you normally don't swing at. It was 2 baseballs off the plate, but the umpire's been calling it. And it kind of forces you into a situation where you don't know. And he fouls it off, keeps himself alive. And misses outside, runs the count full. Now it'll be interesting to see if Kersey is going to go from the windup here on a 3-2 count, because you're going to give the runner at first a tremendous jump. And a swing and a miss, doesn't matter. Kersey buckles, doesn't break. He gets out of a jam. Highlanders leave them juiced. Couple of hits, no runs. Scores 2-1. Highlanders lead. You're watching Highlander Baseball on the Highlander Sports Network.
Highlander Nation, are you ready for your next dental appointment? K'cher Dentistry covers all the bases. We're located in the Woodlands, Texas, and proud supporters of Highlanders Baseball. Txhsbsb Dentistry is a dual specialist dental office dedicated to compassionate, high-quality care. Their practice is unique because they have 2 separate sides of the office, one for pediatric and one for adult dentistry, so the entire family can be seen in one visit. Give us a call at 281-292-1605. Again, that's 281-292-1605. Or visit www.txhsbsb.com to schedule your next appointment. And be sure to mention Highlanders baseball. Txhsbsb Dentistry, a home run for the whole family.
And we're moving on into the bottom of the 4 here. Highlanders leading 2-1. This is game 2 of the War of the Woods series. Originally scheduled for Saturday afternoon, and we got caught in a massive downpour. So Pauka Grego leading things off. And a slider, he takes that down in the dirt for ball 1. Then Ethan Kersey and Sergio Alvarez. So the middle of the lineup up for the Cavaliers. Nice slider right there from Schmeckel. Starts it at the inside hip, breaks it into the inner third of the plate for a called strike. Grego was grounded to short. That was an unassisted double play that was turned by Caleb Holyfield back in the first. Fastball misses away. Two and one's your count. No outs, bottom of 4. Down to third baseline and foul. And that's going to even it at 2-2 on Grego. Grego, the DH today. He was 0 for 2 on Friday. A ground out, a strikeout, and a walk. The 2-2. Swing and a miss. Strikeout number 4 on the day for Schmeckel.
Cavaliers, number 25, Ethan Kersey.
Slider right there on the outside corner. Got him to expand and chase. Kersey had the big double to lead things off back in the second. He came around to score, so he's the only run on the board for the Cavaliers at this point. And he's down in the count 0-2. Right there on the outside corner. He's called it all day. And down looking is Kersey, and that is number 5 on the afternoon for Schmeckel. 2 outs. And Sergio Alvarez, third baseman,
Sergio Alvarez
is at the plate with 2 outs. Just got around that slider, left it on the inside. Swing and miss on the fastball. And when he has the fastball down in the zone, It is a hard pitch to hit. He throws a heavy ball, and nothing you can do with it except beat it in the dirt. Right there on the outside corner. Probably off the corner. He's calling that outside corner. Got the Greg Maddox strike zone going today. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And that ball's lifted to center. Clayton fading towards right center gap. He's there. He's under. He makes the catch. And that's the inning for the Cavaliers. Moving on to the top of the 5th. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on. You're watching Highlander baseball on the Highlander Sports Network.
Introducing the Power Duo, Tachus Fiber Internet and the Houston Astros. Tachus delivers ultra-reliable internet that's smoother than Orbit's moves. Our unbeatable network lets you stream, game, shop, and share seamlessly, without interruption. Join the winning team. Make the switch to 100% frustration-free Tachus Fiber Internet today.
There's no way you're going to be bored. We have Tachus Fiber Internet. Watch a math video or something.
1, 2, 3, yeah!
100% frustration-free Internet.
And you're watching Highlander baseball on the Highlander Sports Network. Thank you for joining us here this afternoon. This is Game 2 of the War in the Woods series. Highlanders took Game 1 on Friday by a score of 11-1. Different story today, 2-1. And we're heading into the top of the 5th here. If you're just joining us, our score bug is not functioning properly. So scores 2-1. Cash McWhorter leading things off for your Highlanders. Check swing, didn't matter. He called it a strike. McWhorter singled in the 3rd, flew out to center in the 1st. 467 on the season. Leads the team in that category. He's driven in 6, slugging 866. And that's a tapper back to the pitcher. Kersey's going to get it. He falls down. Tries to flip it over his head, a Mark Burley type of play right there, and almost pulled it off. As he went down pretty hard, slammed his head into the turf. The umpires are having a check on him. He seems okay. But wow, that would have been a highlight play of the year right there if he'd have pulled that off. And the second baseman, Worley, was covering. So McWhorter with the infield single. It's going to bring up Gian Fernandez. Doubled in the 1st, walked in the 3rd. Fastball misses high and outside. High pop fly behind the plate, and right here in the stands, everybody take cover. Oh, come on, Mr. Bradley, did you bring your glove? You got to make that catch. He didn't even flinch. Everybody else was ducking for cover over there. Oh, we got a ball. All right. 1 ball, 1 strike to count on Gian Fernandez. Cash McWhorter at first with the infield single. Oh, that ball's hammered down the left field line. That is going to be trouble. It's down. It's going to get to the wall. McWhorter's got speed. He's being sent home. Coach is sending him. Ball's cut. The play at the plate. Not in time. McWhorter showing off the speed, scores all the way from first base. That's an RBI double for Gian Fernandez. He is staying hot, folks. Back-to-back hits here in the inning for the Highlanders. And they lead 3-1. And we're going to have a pinch runner as Grayson Skipper is going to run for Gian Fernandez.
Grayson Skipper.
So the Highlanders add a run, no outs, and Chase Bradley at the plate.
Now batting number 6, Chase.
So Chase Bradley at the plate. Grayson Skipper enters the game. This is going to be a sub re-enter as Coach Eastman electing to put some speed out there. Skipper will score on a single if it's in front of one of the outfielders. Fernandez, a station-to-station runner. And a curveball in there for a called strike on Bradley. Scores 3-1, no outs. Swing and a miss on the curveball. And Bradley's down in the count 0-2. The 0-2, and that's in play. Down the line, a swing and bunt, and he is going to beat it up. Ball gets away, skirts down the right field line. Skipper's given the hold sign. So Bradley with the infield single, and we'll have a courtesy runner for him as well. That's going to be Quentin Byer. So Bradley, infield single. Grayson Skipper, who entered the game for Gian Fernandez, he's at third.
Attention, please.
And Eric Daigle steps to the plate for the Highlanders, and Coach Eastman calls time.
Now batting number 7, Eric.
And this is a conversation of going through a couple of different things. Be on the look for some signs. You could have a safety squeeze right here. Put the bunt down, and with Skipper's speed, you read it. And if it gets down the first base line, he's scoring. If not, he holds, and you move the runner up, and you have runners at second and third with one out. And we'll see how this plays out. No outs, runners on the corners for the Highlanders. They've already pushed one across. Lead now 3-1. And that's inside out. He takes it to right. It's right. Makes the play. Skipper tags. And the ball is cut for some reason. I'm not sure what happened right there. As the first baseman, Rasmussen, cut it. Probably would have been a close play at the plate, but I think Skipper would have beat it. So a sac fly for Daigle. Picks up the RBI. As Skipper comes in to score,
Max McCrary.
Quentin Byer holds at first, and Max McCrary at the plate. The Highlanders add another run, lead 5-1 now. Ball gets away from Juarez at the plate. Byers moves up to second. One out in the inning. Max McCrary with a 1-0 count and a runner in scoring position. Is Quentin Byer running for Chase Bradley. And he just missed that fastball. Well, he keeps that front shoulder in. and that ball probably would have been out into the parking lot. Put a good swing just a tad early on that. See if Max makes the adjustment. 1 ball, 1 strike's the count with 1 out. Runner in scoring position at second. Highlanders up 5-1 now. There it is. He makes the adjustment and tattoos it. That is out in the right center gap off the wall. He's heading for 3. And the ball is cut to throw, not in time. And a 1-out triple for Max McCrary. Picks up the RBI. And the Highlanders lead 6-1. They're breaking it open here in the 5th. Weston Leroy, hold on. Time's been called. Coach Faraday coming out of the dugout. Not sure if we're going to have a pitching change. Haven't seen anything in the bullpen yet. Kersey struggling. He's at 98 pitches, so he's coming up on a change. Just per the UIL pitch limit rules. And we're going to get that change. So Kersey, 4 1/3. We'll see who is coming in. And so we'll have a pitching change. This pitching change is brought to you by txhsbsb Dentistry, creating beautiful, healthy smiles and keeping them for life. So Ethan Dekwa comes in. He pitched the other on Friday night. And we're going to take a quick break and be back after this.
Introducing the Power Duo, Tachus Fiber Internet and the Houston Astros. Tachus delivers ultra-reliable internet that's smoother than Orbit's moves. Our unbeatable network lets you stream, game, shop, and share seamlessly without interruption. Join the winning team. Make the switch to 100% frustration-free Tachus Fiber Internet today.
There's no way you're going to be bored. We have Tachus Fiber Internet. Watch a math video or something.
1, 2, 3, yeah!
100% frustration-free Internet.
So Ethan Dekwa is going to enter the game with 1 out and a runner on third. That will be attributed to Kersey if he comes around to score. So I'm not going to finish that stat line up just yet, but as is, it's 4 1/3, 9 hits, 6 runs, 5 of those are earned, 4 walks, and 4 Ks. If McCrary comes around to score, of course, that will change to 6 earned runs. So the infield's going to come in.
Batting for the Highlanders, number 27, Weston Leroy.
Nice curveball right there from Dekwa. That's a called strike on Weston Leroy. Cash Clayton on deck. Leroy looking to pick the RBI up. Curveball misses in the other batter's box. Swing and a miss. That's going to even it up at 2-2. I'm sorry, it's 5-1. I don't know why I was saying 6. I think I was counting one that didn't come across. So 5-1. Top of 5. Highlanders have already pushed 3 across here. And that misses high. That's going to run the count full on Weston Leroy. Leroy singled back in the 4th. And the ball gets by McCrary on his way. It's going to be ball 4. McCrary scores on the pass ball. Leroy at first on the walk. He's on base for the 2nd time today. McCrary scores on the pass ball. Now it's 6-1. And that run will be attributed to Kersey, so that's 6 earned runs for Kersey. I'm sorry, 5 earned runs, 6 total. And back to the top of the order, Cash Clayton singled in the 4th, grounded to 3rd in the 2nd, struck out to lead things off. Leroy with speed. Big lead. And fouled back over the Cavaliers dugout. And strike 1 on Cash Clayton. Clayton 345 on the season, or in district, I should say. I got him sitting at 5 RBIs. Takes a slider in the dirt for a ball, evens it up at 1-1. If you're just joining us, Highlanders have blown it open here in the 5th, put 4 across, lead 6-1. Fastball misses high. Weston Leroy, he's at first. Jack Schmeckel is on deck. I think he was kind of fooled. It was an inside fastball. It looked like it was a little bit off the plate. He started his swing, kind of really couldn't hold it up, and runs it to 2-2. Leroy takes off, and that ball is right back up the middle. No play at second, makes the right choice, does Dekwa. Flips it to first for the out, and that's the 2nd of the inning. And it's going to bring up Jack Schmeckel. Reached on a fielder's choice in the 4th, grounded to 3rd in the 3rd, and walked in the 1st, came around to score. Leroy at 2nd with the stolen base. And he calls the check swing. Not sure about that. Probably more on the pitch, but he pointed to the batter like he check swinged, and the bat didn't really leave his shoulder. I mean, he started it, but he had it on plane. He held it up. It was a great pitch from Dekwa either way. And it's a strike. The 0-1. Same pitch. Almost the same movement. He didn't. Kind of the same thing. He wanted to offer at it, but he lunged and held back. Takes it to 1-1 with 2 outs. Caleb Holyfield on deck. And that ball is lifted. Shortstop, shallow left, man's on it. Makes the call, makes the catch, out number 3. But the Highlanders do some damage. They push 4 across on 4 hits and blow the game open at 6-1. You're watching Highlander baseball, courtesy of the Highlander Sports Network.
Introducing the Power Duo, Tachus Fiber Internet and the Houston Astros. Tachus delivers ultra-reliable internet that's smoother than Orbit's moves. Our unbeatable network lets you stream, game, shop, and share seamlessly without interruption. Join the winning team. Make the switch to 100% frustration-free Tachus Fiber Internet today.
There's no way you're going to be bored. We have Tachus Fiber Internet. Watch a math video or something.
1, 2, 3, yeah!
100% frustration-free Internet.
And welcome back. Bottom of 5, we're moving into here at College Park High School, home of the Cavaliers. Game 2 of the War of the Woods series. Highlanders took game 1 11-1 on Friday. They're in control of game 2. They blew it open in the 5th and have a 6-1 lead. If you're just joining us, our scoreboard on the screen is stuck. We've been trying to reset it all day. We finally gave up about 20 minutes ago. So just listen. I'll call your scores out to you. If you're just joining us, it's 6-1. And a quick check on scores. So far today in 13-6A, scoreboard brought to you by Kaicher Dentistry. They are creating beautiful, healthy smiles and keeping them for life. And Jai Pauka Grego at the plate. Left fielder takes a fastball for a called strike. He doubled back in the second. The War Eagles, that misses, evens it at 1-1. The War Eagles are at home against Grand Oaks. They're leading that one by a score of 5-1. There were a few games played over the weekend. Shows bunt. He attempts, makes the attempt. And so that's strike 2. Time called at the plate. And he buries a slider in the dirt just off the plate. And that's going to run it even at 2-2. Fastball right there on the corner. Taps it foul at the plate, keeps himself alive with 2 strikes. The 2-2, high and inside. Wind's been pretty consistent here today, blowing from left to right. And that ball is hammered down the left field line and hooking foul. And that misses for ball 4. That is the first walk of the day for Schmeckel.
For your mighty Cavaliers,
And Ty Easley steps to the plate for the Cavaliers with a runner at first and no outs. That was the first walk issued by Schmeckel today. And that's in there for a called strike. And not much going on over at first base. We're going to check on him anyways. Right there at the knees. Called strike one. Or I'm sorry, strike two. Runs it to 0-2. He was leaning, but not far enough away from the bag. Easily reached on a fielder's choice back in the second. And that just straight, Schmeckel just reached back and threw straight cheese right at us. High and inside. And there was something a little strange about that. He looked at Bradley. Not sure if that was a missed sign. And that kind of what it looks like as Bradley's kind of running through. Did you see 3 fingers, or did you see 2, or did you see 1? That's one thing with high school baseball. They use like a pitch comm system, but it's only the catcher. So the catcher's receiving the signals from Coach Graves in the dugout, and then he's still flashing signs. Not like at the pro or college level where the catcher and the pitcher are the only ones in the chat. That's on the ground right back at Schmeckel. He checks the runner, makes the throw to first, and that's out number 1. And I can't help but laugh. I don't know if the crowd might have caught that. Somebody in the, I think that was Eric Daigle, yelled from the dugout that was a PFP. For you don't know, it's a pitcher's fielding play. We used to spend quite a amount of time on those in practice. And that is lifted into shallow left. McWhorter in, settles. And he makes the catch. That's out number 2. As Metters retired on 1 pitch, the fly ball to left. That's going to bring up the second baseman, Chris Worley, with 2 outs. And a runner at second. And that's Jai Pauka Grego. He advanced on the pass ball on the mix up on the signs. Fastball misses high. Slider, nice tight spin on that. He works that slider more like a cutter. That was at 83 at the knees. That evens it at 1-1. Fastball right down the middle. Fouls it into the screen. A little late on that. Takes it to 1-2 with 2 outs. Worley flew out to the shortstop Holyfield back in the second. Slider misses away. Evens it up at 2-2 with 2 outs. And in the dirt, that gets away from Bradley. And that's going to allow Grego to move up to third on another pass ball. He's there with 2 outs. Chris Worley at the plate. Highlanders leading 6-1 here, bottom of 5. They blew it open in the top half of this inning with 4 runs. It was a 2-1 ball game. Now 6-1. And he chases, gets him to expand. Bradley's got to finish the strikeout. The throw down to first in time. And that is another strikeout for Schmeckel, number 6 on the afternoon. No runs, no hits, 1 left on, no errors. The Highlanders lead 6-1 here in Game 2 of this War of the Woods series. Highlanders lead 6-1. You're watching Highlander Baseball on Highlander Sports Network.
Highlander Nation, are you ready for your next dental appointment? K'cher Dentistry covers all the bases. We're located in the Woodlands, Texas, and proud supporters of Highlanders baseball. K'cher Dentistry is a dual specialist dental office dedicated to compassionate, high-quality care. Their practice is unique because they have 2 separate sides of the office, one for pediatric and one for adult dentistry, so the entire family can be seen in one visit. Give us a call at 281-292-1605. Again, that's 281-292-1605. Or visit www.k'cherdentistry.com to schedule your next appointment. And be sure to mention Highlanders baseball. K'cher Dentistry, a home run for the whole family.
And we're moving into the top of the 6th here. Highlanders, Cavaliers, Game 2, War of the Woods series. The 2 schools in the Woodlands. Hence the War of the Woods. It's going to be Cruz Romo is on deck. And then Gian Fernandez and Cash McWhorter. Xavier Garcia is going to come out of the bullpen and relieve Ethan Dekwa. And then I got a few other scores, some from the weekend. Some of these guys got their games in. They moved them up, moved them back to avoid the weather. Caney Creek lost to New Caney 3-1. I believe Conroe did get their game in on Saturday, or no, that game has been rescheduled. That's a 6 o'clock start tonight for Conroe. And that's against Willis. And I'm trying to think, who am I missing here? Oak Ridge is playing right now. They're up 6-1 as well over Grand Oaks. So that's the Battle of the Oaks. And I believe that is everybody in 13-6A. And so Cruz Romo is going to pinch hit for Caleb Holyfield. Well, they bring a lefty in, and we bring a lefty off the bench. Fastball right there on the outside corner for a called strike. And he taps a slider into the dirt here at home plate, and he's down real quick here, 0-2. Cruz Romo, the younger brother of Drew Romo, class of 2020, drafted by the Rockies. He's in the Rockies organization. Got called up last summer, late in the summer, and is with the Albuquerque team right now. That's a AAA team. And 0-2, and he hits him in the back with a slider. So hit by pitch for Romo. That's the first of the game for either team. And that's going to bring up Cash McWhorter. McWhorter single in the 5th, single in the 3rd. Sac fly RBI in the 1st. He's 2 for 2 today. Pushing that 467 up a little bit further, probably closer to 480. And off the hands, pop fly in the infield. Evan Mann on it. Battling the win, he makes the catch. And McWhorter is retired on the infield pop-up for out number 1 here in the 6th. That's going to bring up the hot-hitting RBI machine, Gian Fernandez. He's picked up a couple today already. He was tied for the team lead, now has the team lead. Two doubles on the day and a walk. And that gets by the catcher, Juarez. Romo's up to second on the pass ball. So Fernandez with yet another RBI opportunity in front of him. He has been clutch all season. So the 2 RBIs today gives him 12 on the season. .300, and actually he's probably closer to 320 after today. The 1-0. Fastball on the outside corner. He's been given that call all day. His time's called. Whereas wants to have a word with his pitcher. Not sure if he picked up on something from the umpire there, or just some words of encouragement here. Or don't give this guy something too good to hit. That's probably the conversation I would be having, because he has torched him. He torched him on Friday. He torched him again today. 3 RBIs on the 3-run homer on Friday. Couple doubles today. The slugging percentage is through the roof for this young man. And he's uncommitted. And that is showing what he can do. He takes it the other way, and he moves the runner up. Nice piece of hitting right there by Fernandez. So it's a 3 unassisted, and he moves Romo up to third with 2 outs. And the catcher, Chase Bradley, steps up to the plate for the Highlanders. He singled back in the 5th. He struck out in the 3rd, struck out in the 1st. Got a chance to pick up an RBI. Runner at 3rd with 2 outs. Highlanders lead 6-1. Chases the high fastball, foul tip into the glove of Juarez. Curveball misses outside. It was a great looking pitch. Doesn't get the call. Evens it up at 1-1. Overcooks the fastball. Gets away from him, and Romo comes on in. Advanced on a pass ball to second, advanced on a pass ball to third, and he scores on a pass ball. Gives the Highlanders a 7-1 lead here in the 6th. Bradley fouls that one down the right side, up into the screen, and that's going to even it at 2-2. The 2-2, high and outside. Runs count full on Chase Bradley. Looking to restart things. Romo was hit by a pitch, advanced to second, advanced to third on pass ball. He scores on a pass ball. The 3-2. And that is fisted right to Evan Mann at shortstop. He makes the catch, and the Cavaliers are out of the inning, but the damage is done. The Highlanders put one more on the board on no hits, no errors, and nobody left on. Highlanders lead 7-1. You're watching Highlander baseball on the Highlander Sports Network.
Highlander Nation, are you ready for your next dental appointment? K'cher Dentistry covers all the bases. We're located in the Woodlands, Texas, and proud supporters of Highlanders baseball. K'cher Dentistry is a dual specialist dental office dedicated to compassionate, high-quality care. Their practice is unique because they have two separate sides of the office, one for pediatric and one for adult dentistry, so the entire family can be seen in one visit. Give us a call at 281-292-1605. Again, that's 281-292-1605. Or visit www.k'cherdentistry.com to schedule your next appointment. And be sure to mention Highlanders baseball. K'cher Dentistry, a home run for the whole family.
So we're moving into the bottom of the sixth here in this War of the Woods series. Highlanders leading 7-1. They struck first in the first with 2, 4 in the fifth, and 1 in the sixth for 7. Cavaliers put 1 back on the board in the second. And looks like Jack Schmeckel's day is done. Run the numbers on you for him. He goes 5 innings, 2 hits, 1 run, 1 earn, 1 walk, and 6 strikeouts on the day. And Caleb Holyfield coming out of the bullpen. Fastball curve, sweeper, and change. 86, 88, touch 90. Curveball is just a fantastic pitch for him. Gets a lot of swings and misses on the curveball. And fastball misses high and inside for ball 1. Evan Mann leading off. Here in the bottom of the sixth, he has reached on an error and flew out to left. And there's that curve. It's a beautiful pitch. Great shape to that. Takes it to 1-2 on Evan Mann. Change up. See you later. Beautiful pitch, just dropped out of the zone, calls it at the knees. Strikeout number 1 for Caleb Holyfield. Mann is down looking. That is 7 strikeouts on the day for the Highlanders. And then we have a pinch hitter, Sammy Dorner. And he lifts that out to shallow center. Clayton charging, settles, and makes the catch. For out number 2. And that's going to bring up Padarika Pauka Grego. And Grego has, he struck out in the fourth. He was part of a double play back in the first. That fastball, same kind of location as before. Clayton giving chase and makes the catch. Oh, wow, diving catch in right center by Cash Clayton, and it took all 6'4" of him to make the catch. What a play out there by the center fielder, Cash Clayton, for the third out of the inning. He's a little slow to get up there. His teammates are out there. We're heading into the top of 7 here at College Park High School. You're watching Highlander baseball on the Highlander Sports Network.
Introducing the Power Duo, Tachus Fiber Internet and the Houston Astros. Tachus delivers ultra-reliable internet that's smoother than Orbit's moves. Our unbeatable network lets you stream, game, shop, and share seamlessly without interruption. Join the winning team. Make the switch to 100% frustration-free Tachus Fiber Internet today.
There's no way you're going to be bored. We have Tachus Fiber Internet. Watch a math video or something.
1, 2, 3, yeah!
100% frustration-free Internet.
And we are moving on into the top of 7 here. Game 2 of this War of the Woods series. Highlanders leading 7-1. Xavier Garcia on the mound. He came in. This is inning number 2 for him. Eric Daigle leading things off, so it's going to be 7, 8, and 9. He check swings and he held it, and that's a ball at the knees, just below the knees. And we're off and running here in the 7th inning. And that is high pop fly. Juarez is under it in foul territory, makes the catch. That's out number 1. So fantastic plays today by the catchers. A couple of foul balls in foul territory. Some throwdowns. The second, the play where Juarez blocked it and threw out Holyfield at second. Fantastic play. And Max McCrary at the plate. He takes a curveball that Garcia just got around, almost hit him. McCrary with the triple. He's walked and rips that one foul, way out in front of that one. Reached on an error. So 1 for 2 today is McCrary. Had the big triple out in the gap. Nice little changeup right there. Some action on that pitch from Garcia. And he misses low, takes it to 2-1 on McCrary. Fouled straight back. Could have caught that one with my left hand. 2-2 misses in the dirt. Runs the count full on McCrary, the right fielder, the University of Houston commit. I'm sure he'll be tuning in to tonight's game. Cougars, Gators, national championship. One out. Payoff pitch from Garcia. Misses high, and McCrary with the walk. One out walk for McCrary, and that's going to bring up the senior second baseman, Weston Leroy, with one out and a runner at first.
Now batting, number 27, Weston Leroy.
Leroy, he was part of a strange play in the second. Singled in the fourth, walked in the fifth, and stole second. Fastball gets away from Juarez, and McCrary's going to move on up to second on the wild pitch. RBI opportunity here for Leroy with a runner in scoring position. The 1-0 misses high and outside. That's ball 2. Two balls, no strikes, one out. Score 7-1 if you're just joining us. Our scoreboard's not functioning right on our screen. College Park does have one run. And gets a call right there on that one. Not sure about that. It was down and in, but he gets the call. 2-1. And if it finishes at 11-1, I guess that's just God's way of saying we didn't need to mess with the score bug today. Got a chance to do it. One out, runner in scoring position. Misses high. 3 balls, 1 strikes the count. One out in the inning. Well, he's gotten that call twice. Down and in at the knees. Looked like it was a little low, but he's gotten it twice. And that's going to take the count full with 1 out. And that misses high. Wonder if the umpire is a Cougar fan. He wants to get out of here and go watch the national championship game. Well, it's a walk for Leroy. He's on base for the 3rd time today. And we're back to the top of the order. Cash Clayton. Grounded to the pitcher in the 5th, singled in the 4th, grounded to 3rd in the 2nd, and struck out in the 1st. He's up with 2 runners on and 1 out. And just made a fantastic play in center field. Fastball on the outside corner, called strike. Getting that low pitch again. He's called 3 of them this inning. And Clayton's down 0-2. One out. Highlander Highlanders looking to extend that 7-1 lead. In the dirt, the runner goes, and another blown call. Now Coach Eastman's at third. I saw it. He saw it because he's standing there. The throw came from the catcher Juarez to the inside part of the bag on the infield, and McCrary slid probably 3 feet to the outside of the bag and grabbed it with his left hand, and the kid never tagged him. It's one of those where the ball beat him, so the umpire just called him out. And just a terrible call, but leave it to the umpires. These guys are doing what they can to get here. And sometimes I feel we're just lucky to have them out here at all. The 1-2. And misses outside. So McCrary is caught stealing. Leaves a runner at first. Leroy takes off and hammered down the left field line and hook and foul. Takes count to 2-2 with 2 outs now. And a runner at first. And that's in the dirt. And that's going to get Leroy up to second on the pass ball. And takes count full on Clayton. So Cash Clayton at the plate. 3-2's the count with 2 outs and a runner in scoring position now. See if he can pick up an RBI here. And in the dirt, not sure if that hit him. I haven't seen a sign if that was a dead ball. This is one thing I hate to be critical of umpires. Make a call, make the call. He should have been immediately out in front of the plate, hit by a pitch, plays dead. Instead, you don't know what's happening. And so Clayton with the walk or a hit by pitch, not really sure. He's at first either way. And Mason Hernandez came into the game when Caleb Holyfield moved to the mound for Schmeckel. So Mason Hernandez is now at the plate. He's at shortstop. And fouled straight back into the screen. And that's strike 1. And Caleb Holyfield on deck if Hernandez gets a hit or a walk to extend the inning. And Leroy takes off, no throw. But he might, he's getting, if you hear a crowd mic, the dugout's giving him some grief. I don't know if we got that on camera, but he kind of stuck in the dirt over there. And his teammates are giving him some grief. Well, you got to love baseball. And that's fouled straight back in the screen again. Leroy down in the count, 1 ball and 2 strikes. He's got runners on the corners. Cash Clayton's at first. Weston Leroy is at third. And Clayton takes off and a swing and a miss. And Hernandez is down swinging. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 2 left on in the Highlanders. Top of the 7th. We're moving on into the bottom of the 7th. Highlanders lead 7-1. You're watching Highlander baseball on the Highlander Sports Network.
Introducing the Power Duo, Tachus Fiber Internet and the Houston Astros. Tachus delivers ultra-reliable internet that's smoother than Orbit's moves. Our unbeatable network lets you stream, game, shop, and share seamlessly without interruption. Join the winning team. Make the switch to 100% frustration-free Tachus Fiber Internet today.
There's no way you're going to be bored. We have Tachus Fiber Internet. Watch a math video or something.
1, 2, 3, yeah!
%100% frustration-free Internet.
And it's bottom of the 7th, game 2 of this War of the Woods series. Highlanders leading 7-1. And Caleb Holyfield on the mound. That curveball, sweeping curveball in there for called strike 1. Ethan Kersey leading things off for the Cavaliers. He struck out double. It's on the ground to the third. Diaz on the run, makes the throw. And one out.
Now batting, number 19, Sergio Alvarez.
And the third baseman, Sergio Alvarez, at the plate. And up the middle, right at Hernandez. Picks it, throws it, and out number 2. And Jai Pauka Grego. At the plate with 2 outs. Highlanders leading 7-1. Bottom of 7. Grego doubled in the 2nd. He walked in the 5th.
Check that. Jai Pawaka Grego.
Swing and a miss on the fastball. Evens it at 1-1. Fouls the curveball back to the netting. He is down 1-2. And nope, just a little high. I was sitting on the call strike 3. Didn't get it. Doesn't get it again. Like it was a little outside, but he's been calling that pitch. And see you later. Down looking goes Grego. And that is your ball game. Highlanders take game 2, extend the win streak to 10, and improve to 10-0 in 13 6A district play. Take the War of the Woods series for the 2nd straight year. We will be back with the post-game show and wrap after this.
Introducing the Power Duo, Tachus Fiber Internet and the Houston Astros. Tachus delivers ultra-reliable internet that's smoother than Orbit's moves. Our unbeatable network lets you stream, game, shop, and share seamlessly without interruption. Join the winning team. Make the switch to 100% frustration-free Tachus Fiber Internet today.
Highlander Nation, are you ready for your next dental appointment? Kacher Dentistry covers all the bases. We're located in the Woodlands, Texas, and proud supporters of Highlanders baseball. Kaiser Dentistry is a dual specialist dental office dedicated to compassionate, high-quality care. Their practice is unique because they have two separate sides of the office, one for pediatric and one for adult dentistry, so the entire family can be seen in one visit. Give us a call at 281-292-1605. Again, that's 281-292-1605. Or visit www.txhsbsb.com to schedule your next appointment. And be sure to mention Highlanders baseball. Kaiser Dentistry, a home run for the whole family.
There's no way you're going to be bored. We have txhsbsb Fiber Internet. Watch a math video or something.
1, 2, 3, yeah!
100% frustration-free Internet.
And welcome back to College Park High School. This is the Highlander post-game show, brought to you by Squared Up Hitting. Now, today's game, 7-1. Highlanders take the series by a 2-0. That's the War of the Woods series. And some finals for the Highlanders. 7 runs on 9 hits, 2 errors. And the one category kind of worrisome, but what they did win 7-1 is the number of left on base. So 11 left on today. They had the inning where the bases were loaded with 1 out, couldn't get a runner in, but they did blow the game open later on back in the 5th, where they put on 4 on the board. So 7-1 is your final. Our player of the game today is Mr. Gian Fernandez. A double in the first, picks up yet another RBI. He walked in the 3rd. He doubled again, picks up yet another RBI in the 5th. He is a RBI machine for the Highlanders this season. And if you're out there listening and you are a college coach, the young man is committed. He's looking for a place to play, and he can swing it, and he comes up big in big situations. So Gian Fernandez, our player of the game. Congratulations, Gian. And the Highlanders schedule for the rest of the week. Tomorrow, 6 p.m. at New Caney. That game will be here. We will kick off at 5:45 with a pregame. And then Friday, we will be back home at Scotland Yard for New Caney once again. And that game also at 6 p.m. So Tuesday, 6 p.m. New Caney. Friday, 6 p.m. at Scotland Yard. Our player of the game, Gian Fernandez. I know everybody's getting out of here and shutting down. Cougars are playing tonight against the Gators for the national championship, so always rooting for those Houston teams. Go Cougs. Be safe on your way home, and we will see you tomorrow night at 6 p.m. That's a wrap from College Park High School. Highlanders take Game 2 War of the Woods series 7-1, and we will see you tomorrow night. Thank you for watching.